pick those up. Those are illegal in everywhere apart from dictatorships and anarchy states, so you will be pestered, shall we say. Once you're on the ground, though... There you go. Sorry, guys. Is that better? Should we restart it? Let's restart it. Right then. Thargoid probes. Let's start again. Okay. 2 Thargoid probes. Thargoid probes are basically one of the things you need to activate the map, right, in the Thargoid structures. They can be found, I thought, easily, really, at some crash sites. And the crash site will be on the screen there as you see it. So these Thargoid sensors are one of 3 items to activate the device. Pick them up at a crash site, also other things at the crash site as well. HIP 17403 is the system I went to. Good old crash site there. Right? This is what I found odd as well. You know, there's a crashed vessel, sort of like tourist beacon, which was really good. Thanks, Steve. Once you get down onto the surface, it's all very dark, typical Elite Dangerous, all the rest of it. And you can pick up some fish, some narcotics, some other items, some gold. But what you're after, right, is the Thargoid sensor, right? The good old Thargoid sensor. So, no dramas there. We're going to do a thank God for the low light infrared vision. That's what I say. Thank God for that. Because when I first did all this, that didn't exist in the game. Bang into your SRV and away we go. Now there's going to be crashed Anaconda there. There's going to be a crashed Corvette there. But also a crashed Thargoid ship there. Alright, so all this video I've done here is something I'm going to be releasing in about a week or so's time on the channel. But I give you all the benefit of seeing it now, because it does explain how to get the sensor. Right, so trundle along, pick up all the materials you possibly can, because it's legal salvage. Although in regards to the narcotics are not legal salvage, right? Well, they are legal salvage, but you're going to get nicked left, right and centre unless you're in a dictatorship or you're in an anarchy system. All right, so if you want to take that risk, that's up to you. I'm already, you know, in enough heat as it is, so I thought I'd pick it up and then possibly leave it behind afterwards, just for demonstration purposes. But when you see the Thargoid ship, it's at a right old battering, and I applied a filter there so we could make out what was going on, because generally it is all dark. Right? It's all very dark. And you can see just below, you know, all the Thargoid centers and all the sparkly stuff is happening around there as well, and it's all nice and, you know, eerie. Let's put it that way. It's all nice and eerie. So get the fuel scoop out, or cargo scoop. Cargo scoop it all up, or you basically need one. If you shoot these Thargoid sensors, you then pick up the material, the Thargoid or the sensor fragment, which can be used for engineering. This fragment, again, you know, always worthwhile to do. You only basically need one, right? And hope that no one shoots you and takes it from your cargo hold. So it might be worthwhile playing in solo while you do it. Once you got that, get it all back to your ship, drop it in your cargo hold, your corrosive resistant cargo hold that you got from Palin and Chloe Sidisi, and away you go. Pick up the rest of the stuff, have a good nose around, have a good look around. That's what it's all about. So these corrosive resistant cargo racks, right, they're a godsend. They really are a godsend, because before they came out, before you managed to get it, you were suffering all this damage, and you know, you were in a right mess. A right mess. They still affect your SRV when you're driving around with them, mind. But typically, and I say typically, it's manageable. You know, it really is manageable. So, a little bit of exploration, knocking around. I'm currently at my carrier on the other screen. Commander Bullet, how you doing? We're just looking at getting the old Thargoid sensor. And like I say, shoot them, you get sensor fragments. That's what it's all about. Get the lasers out. Look at that. Pow. You know, again, that's a material as well you can gather. We'll see later another way of how you can get those Thargoid sensor fragments. Which is pretty good. And then once you've had your fill of milling around here and you've looked at the old broken SRV that's been left by some other commander, it's effectively up to you how long you want to drag it out. But that's typically how I got the first part, which is the sensor fragment. Now, you know, we've had materials and whatnot from Thargoids before, but this is one of the only guaranteed places you can get that sensor fragment from. You see? So, all that being said, let's get on with the rest of it. Right, so here I am, back at my carrier. Let's turn the desktop audio back on. Woohoo! There you go. Thargoid sensors. Off to a crash site, pick them up. Bob's your uncle. Alright? So, for all those people like you, Steve, who are grinding Rubigo runs for a bit of extra cash, my heart goes out to you. Let's talk a little bit about what's been happening in Elite Dangerous this week, I think, really. That's goes without saying. It's been one of those weeks of disappointment, I do believe. And the elephant in the room is that the console version is going to be delayed until the autumn. So, what do we all think about that? Because, you know, it's for the console players, they, in their minds, they're going to be knowing that the PC players are going to be in there already, right? And it's going to be a shame because all that excitement's going to be everywhere. And I think you're right as well, Steve. And I put that on my video I did on this earlier on. No one's really surprised, but I thought they would have perhaps held them both back, or all three of them back. Like, you know, said, right, well, PC version, you know, what we'll do, let's do that in the summer, right? And not in the autumn, you know? You're done with the game. Zabadak, no, don't be done with the game. It's a rebound game, Elite Dangerous. You always keep coming back to it. You know, it's surprising. So I'm just going to swap out one of these cargo racks here. And I'm going to pop in a corrosive resistant cargo rack. So I can just carry some more stuff from the surface on where we're going. Yeah, I know what you mean. The thing is, right, UK, and it was one of the comments that was made in the stream on the video, was that UK productivity during COVID is up something like 23%. And I checked down the figures, and I think it was done by Gartner. So Gartner went out and had a good go at that. And that's what they come back with businesses and stuff. And you've got all these tools like Teams and Workspace and Google Tools and Slack for developers to continue to work on projects and keep the business running. And let's be fair, right? It's coming out for the PC. So, do you know what? I mean, I think all the console players, their hearts must have dropped and gone, oh, just forget it, you know, in regards to the autumn sort of timeline. I mean, on the PC side, they've said early spring. What's that? March? April? I mean, when's Easter? Alexa, when is Easter in the UK this year?
Easter will be on Sunday the 4th of April 2021.
So, Sunday the 4th of April. You know, spring, round about that time. April, May. That's when we can basically expect it. But, you know, alphas at some time as well. Yeah, you know, I mean, it is. Again, Steve, I agree. It's really unfair to the console players. I think it's all generations of consoles too. I'm not sure they're doing a particular another version for the new consoles that are out there. So what I'm going to do, right, is I'm going to transfer over here. All this stuff I've got. I need my Thargoid sensor. I need that. And I need my Thyroid Probe. So I need those two. Those take up 2 slots in my corrosive resistant cargo bay. Right? That's what I've got. Loadout of this ship here. Nothing special really, right? The loadout is effectively got me guns and me lasers. Nothing particularly anti-Xeno, right? That's just to keep other people away. Got a frame wake scanner, pulse wave scanner, and a Xeno scanner, should anyone turn up. Core internals on this. Yeah, you know, I mean, you've got to see, Steve, you're right, you know, you've got to see it from the employee point of view as well. Everyone's struggling with COVID, right? Everyone's struggling with COVID. And, you know, I think a lot of us do forget, you know, the impact it's having on people, you know? So, got some engineering done. Nothing special that's going to affect what we're doing here. You can do this in any ship, but you have to have corrosive resistant cargo modules, right? Optional and internal. As you saw, I just popped another one in there. No problems. Got my planetary approach suite. Going to be needing that. Detailed surface scanner. Going to be needing that as well. Right, so here's another thing to think about. How do you get a Thargoid probe? So Thargoid probes, right, used to be found in grade 2 non-human signal sources. And I looked and looked and looked for those because I'd done it before and that's where I'd found them before. Now, not so much. I had to do an awful lot of bouncing around to get this on the go. And by that I mean, there's a lot of squeaky bum moments where I would drop it into class 5 or class 7 areas, non-human signal sources. And then as a result, basically, I got lucky. right? And I'll show you now. Right, so I'm going to play another video that I'll put. It's not ready to go on YouTube. Do you know what? I'm not going to do anything about that on YouTube. What I'll do, I'll include the link in the comments as well so people can see it. But yeah, just check this out. This is what I did. So, you know, we're all familiar with the Thargoids, right? We all know about them and what goes on. And we've been to the Barnacle site, and probably more recently as well. We've been to the Barnacle sites in the, you know, Pleiades sites, Maya, all that sort of stuff. But these Thargoid probes did give me a bit of problem, right? Now, here's the thing. Like I said earlier on, you used to be able to get them at grade 2 non-human signal sources. Well, that's not the case now, right? I had to go jumping in here, there and everywhere to grade 5 and grade 7. Now the grade 7 have got the bigger ships, I think the Medusas. Grade 5, you know, you could get some scouts, you could get an interceptor, a Cyclops, if you were lucky. I was jumping in, right, having a good scan around, and there'd be stuff like data knocking about, and gold and narcotics and escape pods, all that sort of stuff. But I was looking for a Thargoid probe, right? And I need that to get into there. And that's where we're going in today's live video. We're going to get in there, we're going to have a good look around, we're going to pick up meta alloys, we're going to pick up other materials, we're going to shoot all the scavengers, and we're going to get in and activate the map. Okay? So, off I went to all these different sections where they had the non-human signal sources, and they're all over the Pleiades sector, so it's not too much of a hassle, you know, when you've got to turn around and say, well where can I possibly get them? Right? So, like I say, I'm in the Pleiades sector KC UB3-1. There was loads there, loads of those signal sources, and as a result, it was quite easy to jump in like to 3, 4, 5. There was like 15 or 20 signal sources that I could find. You know, just by going through, look at them all. Threat 7, Threat 8, Threat 5, Threat 4. Threat 4, typically, you're going to be getting scout ships. Threat 3, God knows what's in them. Didn't see any Threat 2. Hello, Starseed, how's it going? So, bouncing into them, you might get lucky, you might not. It took me about 10 to 12 attempts to get a Thargoid probe, because you used to be able to go to an area where an ammonia-based planet was, fly around, mince around a bit, and you can see I'm being shot by the Thargoids now, and the signal source would come up. That would be a probe, drop in, scoop it up, there may be a Thargoid there, and away you go. I've managed to get one here. Exactly, it's a lot harder than what it used to be. And that Thargoid's going to be giving you a good probing while you go. Now, in my ship, I didn't have the foresight to have limpets, but scoop it up, traditional method, right? And basically get out of dodge as quickly as you possibly can, right? That's what I did. You know, it was flipper down, kick the boosters in, let's get out of here, because the mass of the Thargoid ship is such it'll prevent you just jumping straight away. So, you know, it's like just like what the Anacondas and the bigger ships are, it'll prevent you from jumping. So you've got to get your distance out of the way. And once you've done that, you've effectively got your probe. So it's all about bouncing around some systems of the Pleiades, dropping into the non-human signal sources, grade 5, grade 7, and hoping you get lucky in getting that probe. Right, meanwhile, back at the ranch, I'm already on the carrier, right? So, here we go. Let's get out of here. Now, in this system, and you'll say, well, what system are you in? I'll show you. Active sites. You've got active Thargoid sites. JSB, how's it going? And you're right, that's where I got it. Non-human signal sources, grade 5 or grade 7. So I'm currently in the HIP 14909 system. Now this system is an active Thargoid-based system. There are bases that have got cave-ins inside the structures, so you can get in through the door, you get all excited, and then it's collapsed, right? You can't go any further, you can't get to the map room, you can't go anywhere. But on the plus side of that, you do get meta alloys, and quite a few meta alloys on the lovely sort of like, the barnacle spires that are outside. So it's not a complete loss. So an active Thargoid site, 14909, right? Where are we going? We're going to planet 2A, right? That's where we're going. Couple of carriers knocking about. Let's jump away, get cracking. And I didn't know about the inactive sites. I did the Thargoids 3-4 years ago when they first came out and hadn't been back to them since. There's lots of other things within Elite Dangerous to do. But, what with all the community goals and things like that, I thought it might be worthwhile going over there, checking out all the materials, like, you got Thargoid carapaces, all this other stuff as well that you can pick up, all the good stuff. And not only that, right, it's a nice, visually inspiring place to be, okay? Which we will demonstrate. So, planet 2A, I think I'm going to. It is, yeah. Now the coordinates on this, well, we'll see the coordinates when I get near it. But, oh, I'm going to overshoot it again, aren't I? They're going to be minus 26 and minus 27. Alright, but once you get down there and you've been to the site once, you scan these things, which are the Thargoid sensors, and you can find it then, theoretically, from orbit. There you are, look. Unknown structure scan is what it comes up as. So we'll select that, get a little bit closer. And if you can hear some knocking in the background, my next door neighbour is having some work done. So I can't really do much about that, because in my lair, at the bottom of the garden, I'm kind of at the mercy of all the sounds that are around me. So here we go, approaching the unknown structure scan. And once you find these places and you scan these sensors, it does make a hell of a lot of difference. We're just going to get to the other side of the planet. There we go. Might be lucky, might be in daylight this time. Could well be. Makes a change with the B. Yeah, they're still at it. He's having his conservatory taken down and a new patio laid by the look of it. Yeah, they're still going. And of course it's nice, well, I say it's nice weather. It's not raining in sunny Barry at the moment. There you are, look at this. This site is so big, you can see it from orbit. It looks like a crater. Right? And you'd be mistaken to think that was a crater. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Of course, you know, slightly better graphics card than what I had. And I'm going to drop right on top of it when I look at it without. You know, if you put that on, you can see the full extent of this structure. Right? And it's quite a bit of turbulence going on as well. So, let's take a look on the outside. Very much reminiscent of H.R. Geiger, I always think. You know? Look at it, you know, it's biomechanical life form. Biomechanical ships. I know, Barry, and no rain, I don't believe it. Too right. But these things are really good. Really nice place to be. So, let's get down a little bit closer. Let's get the lights on. And have a bit of a look around. See, we got... It's already picking up all the canisters. I've been there before. Thargoid link canisters. Now, the Thargoid link represents, right, the third item, or part of the puzzle, that you need to get into the structure. Let's just get a little bit closer to some of these. And what you can do, you can see around here, this is a nice little effect here, and I'm going to crash into them now, look. Because of the gravity here. All these Thargoid skimmers, or Thargoid scavengers. Beavering away, fixing parts of the Thargoid ship. Now, did I have the fog? No. Here's the thing, right? These things look like they're repairing the damage on the side of the ship. Now, we know, right? We know that this type of damage here is the same sort of damage and same sort of material we saw at the INRA sites in our previous streams when we went having a look round at the INRA bases from the last Thargoid War, right? It's all good stuff. No, I didn't know that. I thought you had to have it in your SRV. But you need one of the items anyway to get in and activate the map, don't you? Unless you're going to go in there and harvest stuff. But we'll have a go at that in a minute. So JSB, good stuff. Yeah, mycoid all day long is what that is. He's having a good bang at his conservatory next door, isn't he? Yeah, too right. Look at all that. But they're trying to repair something. You know what I mean? And that's not the only place either. If we back off a little bit, it's that lovely sort of mother of pearl effect on the Thargoids that we've seen. There's all sorts of, you know, bits of damage. Yeah, they're over here doing the same sort of thing on this. Well, it looks like a face hugger, doesn't it? Oh yeah, good. I can hear it. It's just that, you know, I've got the mic shielded, so hopefully you can't hear too much of it. So, these little sausages over here, you know, they're in a good old bit of this sort of damage. And this thing looks like some sort of vertebrate, doesn't it? Or some sort of Thargoid we haven't seen. I hope they're alive one day, right? You know, we visited old Jameson's crash site in a previous stream as well, and he talks about shooting at, you know, motherships and Thargoid bases. And we're all very familiar with, you know, the INRA stuff and the mycoid. But here's something, isn't it? another colour that I haven't generally seen before. You know, bit of the rosy golds there. Look, I haven't picked up on that before. But here you can see he's doing his stuff. Look, you know, he's repairing it, eating it, feeding it, whatever he's doing, and then off he goes. Then we don't know where else he's going. But look at the scale of it compared to the ship. I mean, you know, it's crazy stuff. But, you know, it really is a good place to be, like. So, there we have it. Thrusters, thrusters. I don't want to go crashing into anything. Here we go. And you've got all those skimmers around you as well. Again, look. So let's try this then. Let's see if we can get nice and close. About as close as I can get it, really. So we've got all the lights on. This will give us a good opportunity to have a nose around the area. So more of these scavengers knocking about, like. And if you don't worry them, then they're not going to worry you. But if you do worry them, they obviously drop Thargoid materials. And then you've got all the spires. You can see one there's got meta alloys on it as well. Oh yeah, I know you gotta get into the SRV and drive to the door. So, talking of the SRV, let's just get in the SRV and have a bit of a drive around before we get into the place. Fully charged weapons. Get our lights on. Let's go. Well, let's try that right now, right? Let's see if we can get the doors to open out. Are we close enough, or we got to mess about with the ship? So nothing in my cargo hold. I'm just not close enough. Oh, I am. I'm in. Look at that. Woohoo. Well, that's nice to know. Now, that's something I haven't found before. Thargoid resin, look. Right there. Let's get the old Thargoid biological matter. And that's going to be worth a pretty penny at the station. So what we'll do, we'll pick that up. As soon as we pick it up, we'll start incurring damage. But I've got 2 more tons of capacity in the ship, right? Yeah, you got to think, you know, are the Thargoids going to make an appearance? I hope they do in Odyssey. It's a missed opportunity if it isn't. Right. Yeah, I learned something today as well. Look at that. Park close to the base. You get something. We're going to get something now. We're going to shoot these. Organic structures. Carbon. Can't have enough materials. Specs you when you're engineering. And you can get things like cadmium and all the other stuff as well. You know? selenium. But more importantly, over there you get meta alloys, look. And you know what, right? It's good. It's nice to learn things on the streams as well from other players and other more experienced players. You know, I don't know everything there is to know about it. I just get on and have a go. Yeah, bit of meta alloys. Yeah, good old selenium. Selenium Dion. Let's have some of that. Now sometimes you can you get lucky and a Thargoid turns up at the sites. There's a bit of a scan or a refueling, same sort of thing it does with the barnacles. And away you go. And you can see as well, right? There's damage all over these ships. And you've got like a Thargoid heat vent here as well. Some sort of thermal vent going on. But you can see once you've been inside the ship, you can pick up the Thargoid links. There's that lovely sort of mother of pearl colour. And you can see all the damage that it's had. Let's rock on, get some more. You've got to be quick because these materials, you know, they get in the most awkward places. Yeah, you're not wrong there. Beam me up, Scotty. So, there we go. Got the iron. When you get close to the doors, right, you do tend to suffer, you know, electrical failure. You know? So, it is very interesting. Then when you get a bit closer, it all kind of like comes back online. Because the ship is close, like what you're saying, now you can activate the doors and get in. Anyway, more materials. We're not going to go worrying any of the Thargoid scavengers just yet. And we will give them a good worrying. But I want to get all the materials. Away we go. So, as sort of like biological masses that you can get the materials from, not so much at this site, but then again, you know, it's rough with the smooth. You can get other things at the site as well. So, I mean, the inactive sites are really good because you get like 4 or 5 instances of meta alloys. So, if you've got the right ship, you can fill up on meta alloys, whereas here it's more about materials and the Thargoid instances. You know? Germanium. Have some of that. Okay, here we go. Coming back round on the ship now. So we're going to go to the ship. Well, we'll shoot this. Organic structure first. See whatever that's got. It is life, but not as we know it. Right, where are we? What's that? More germanium. Cool stuff. Right, we're going to pop in here and have a good bit of an explore. So these things, you drive over them, they burst, cause you a bit of damage, so be careful. In we go. Open the door. And in we go. Now, how HR Geiger is this? Right? I know what you mean. Good way of getting money, though. So let's have a good nose around here. Lots of air wafting around, look. You got these sort of like vents in the side of the walls. I don't remember those from last time. Remember all the mist. You know, but I don't remember that. And here you've got a Thargoid uplink device. Always worthwhile scanning these things. Right? Give them a good scan. Because you get not only... I've already done it, you see, for this. Not only do you get the location, but you also get some Thargoid information. You know, H.R. Geiger, he was the artist who designed the alien creatures. I don't think he was an author. And this is the main chamber, right, of the Thargoids. Now, this is the machine. Yeah, exactly. So be careful. Lots of these pods knocking about as well. Let's have a bit of a look. Right, so we've got the scavengers again, tending to what we think is eggs. You look at the ceiling, more eggs hanging down up there. Could these be Thargoids? Ooh, we don't know. Here, right, these machines here, when you approach this part, it will glow. You put an item on that pad, a bit like the Guardians, right? And then what happens is that it'll then be suspended. It'll then be suspended by an energy trail there. Get all three in place. You can activate the machine, scan the machine. This is the machine, and you get a lovely set piece of an alien map. Really is something. But you can see, you know, there's again items all over the place that you can pick up. So let's go and get some more Thargoid materials. So I think we should be able to go up here. Another Thargoid uplink device you can scan if you haven't already scanned it. I scanned all these yesterday when I was doing the video. Schlur, how you doing? Now I had Thargoid structure data, Thargoid material composition data, and Thargoid residue data there, which was great. Well, yeah, exactly. A bit like what we saw at the beginning of Battlestar Galactica, you know, when we did the Blood and Chrome. Adama was there, wasn't he? You know, the Cylons had been in experimenting on humans, and I imagine something like that to be going on with the Thargoids. Joe, how are you doing? Okay, so commanders, this is where we're at. We're inside a Thargoid structure. So far in this video, what we have done, we've seen how to get a probe, we've seen how to get sensors, and I'll put the links in the description as well so you can watch those anyway. I'll have to upload the probe video to YouTube, but I'll put it as unlisted so only you guys can see it. We're trolleying around, got all these power lines throbbing and ebbing with energy left and right. Again, more of these vents spewing some sort of gas or atmosphere. We're going to pop into this little antechamber in here. And this is a great effect. This really is. Now, here we've got Thargoid biological matter, Thargoid technology samples, and you can pick up Thargoid, well, normally you can get Thargoid resin as well. But these are quite good. You get close enough and they drop down a Thargoid link. Now the Thargoid link is the third piece of the puzzle. You get the probe outside, you get the sensors outside, but you can only get the Thargoid link from inside. Right, so here we are. Let's have a good look at this. And they're sort of suspended from the ceiling, you know. I mean, if you turn it upside down, like, you know, it's a real cool effect. Pick these up into the old cargo hold. Right? Oh yeah, it is. It really is creepy. But these things, you put one of these into that machine as quick as you like, because you'll start incurring caustic damage. And what it does then, it activates the machine. But lots of detail on it, lots of good stuff. How do you get it down from up there? Well, can you guess? Well, I'll tell you. You shoot it. There it is. It's in the old cargo bay. I've just realised I got metal alloys in that as well. Another Thargoid sensor. If you haven't already done so, give it a scan. Give you some more data. Thargoid residue data. There you go. And straight away you can see I'm already incurring a bit of damage. Oh yeah, they'll only bother you. Those things will only ever bother you if you bother them. So we're going to pop this back into the main chamber in here. And there's corridors leading off. Get out of the way. All over the place. Right, this is glowing. I'm going to park myself on top of it. Into the inventory. And I can never get this right. Never get this right. Never, 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 never. That's what I want. Yeah, well, I've got relics, right, on the carrier. You see, I got relics there. Let's try again. Here we go. We're on it. Ugh. Let's try that a different way. Yeah, I think it did it. Cool. It did. So there it is, all suspended, right? I know, you do think... When I first activated this, I thought, oh, you know, something's going to be going on. You know, you can't go scanning nothing yet. Yeah, I'll let them scan it now, like, but... Right, once you scan it, it pops the thing out. And then you got to go pick it back up again. So, it's a bit of a pain, really. Right. Let's turn around. Oh, it's easiest to get another one, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Easiest to go and get another one of the things. Instead of messing around with all that. So what we'll do, we'll get in there, we'll pop her up. Come on. Pop back into the antechamber. And these antechambers are everywhere. Right? Thanks for subscribing, JSB. Ooh, £5. Thank you very much. You didn't have to do that. But thank you very much as well for the tip. Let's get our Thargoid link. Right. Did we pick it up? I don't know. Where's it gone? Have we got it? We have. We've got another one. Brilliant. Let's turn around. Get back in there. Then what we'll do, we'll go back out into the ship. We'll drop our meta alloys off. I'm going to turn it on. I am going to turn it on. Don't you worry. I'm going to turn it on. I'm going to turn it on. Then I'm going to get the sensor. I'm going to go and see if I've got some of those Guardian artifacts as well. Because I know I've got some of them. I can't quite remember which Guardian artifact I need, but I've got some. I've got totems and I've got everything. So here we go, back to where we were. Right, we're going to go up on there like that. I think we're glowing. Thargoid link, jettison. And it hasn't done it yet again. I can never quite get this right. Sins of the Solar Empire? Yeah, I did. Pretty sure I did. Right. Let's see if we can do that again. Nice and slow. Right. There. 4. Thargoid link. Jettison. Oh, come on. This is bloody irritating. Right. Did it first time yesterday. It was no problems. Right. Here we go. We're on it. I can't get any more physically on that if I tried. Irritating, man. Right. Can anyone tell me what I'm doing wrong? Because obviously I'm doing something wrong. Is there a knack to it? I just think it's one of those irritating things. You know, it's one of those irritating things I can't quite get my head round. What am I doing with it? Right. There it is. Right. I'm right on it. It's done it again. I could be here all day doing this. I don't want to be here all day doing this. I want to do the other stuff. Drive onto it and let your front wheels hang off. Right, okay. Here we go. There. So let's have a look outside. That's where I am, right? So that should drop off. You reckon? Ugh, right. No. Yeah, it's just not having it, is it? It's just saying, nah, I ain't going on there. Right. Let's have a look. That look about right to everyone? The hologram will change. There it is, there. I'm probably on the wrong one. I am, ain't I? Right. Let's get off. Let's go on the other one. Yeah, there's a hologram that changes. So we know this is where it came the last time. So what's that one say then? Because we're on it. Hologram hasn't changed. Let's try it. I know, do you know what? Patience, I tell you what, it's driving me up the wall now. Well, that's where I dropped it the last time. Oh. No, I don't think so. They're the same thing. Right, let's line ourselves up. Let's get right on there. Right. That's where we are. Great. 4. Thargoid link. Go on, go on, go on. You bastard. You know what? I'm going to go and get the other two out of the ship. Because I'm getting bored with this. And when I dock, it'll repair the SRV as well, so... Let's get around there and do that. I know, no one laugh openly. It's ridiculous. I got been fed up with that. No, I don't think there was. I'm not lined up on the pad properly. That's what I think it is. Yeah, we are hammering. Woohoo! Bit of Dukes of Hazzard there, look. Let's not forget where the ship is. Right there. Nearly drove past it. Right, we'll drop these meta alloys off. Right. And get the SRV repaired. Right. SRV's repaired. Brill. Back into that. Transfer cargo. We want the probe and the sensor. Transfer. Let's go. Let's see if it gives us any grief this time. Everything's in the center now. Yeah, I didn't need the probe. I got the probe. The probe was in the ship. Don't fall over. Right, here we go. Right. Okay then. So if we're lined up, the hologram will change to what I need for here, right? There you go. So I should be in the right place. So what the bloody hell's that then? Way! There you go. You see? Exactly. It's done it. Right, so on to the next one now. So what we'll do is we'll get the next Thargoid link, which is knocking around here somewhere. So we've got a full cargo hold and we can just start. It'll save a little bit of time. We'll pick that one up. I picked that. Get in. Get in the cargo hold. Of course, it would help if the cargo hold was down, wouldn't it? Right. Right. So if we get on that, it should change. So obviously I'm not lined up. Alright, we'll go around the other way. Right. It's not displaying anything, is it? Hello Ace, how you doing? I'm having a mare dropping off these items a minute. Okay, let's get round to this one then. Right. Right. Ah! Okay then, here we go. 4. So what's that then? There you go. Whee! Right, then we go on to the other one. So it's got to be done in order. That's something I don't remember from the last time. We've done that one. So then it's going to be over here then, isn't it? It's not doing it, is it? So what's wrong with it? Wrong pad, next one over. Right, okay. What do you reckon this one? Yeah, there's no, absolutely nothing. So, let's pop out then. No image on that one either. So it's got to be that one over there, isn't it? I mean, it's only 3 pads. It's not doing it, fellas. Unless I'm missing something. I don't think I am. It could be bugged. I've got a feeling I know what it is. I have a feeling I know what it is. Right, so if I scan this now, right, the probe and the sensors, they drop, right? Right. Now, here we go. Right, let's get that thing. I think I know what it is. Right, that one. Pick it up. Right, there it is. 4. Jettison. Right, there it is. Right. Okay. Let's go over and get our probe. See, we are over that slot. No hologram. Yeah, I've got 2 of them. See, there's no holograms coming up. Odd, isn't it? That's the link there. This is the probe I'm using. That's odd. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reset the game. I'm going to pick that up. Right? I'm going to pick that up. Pop back to the ship. Reset the game. Now here we go, look. So I've scanned it now, and now the holograms have come back up. Right. I don't know if this is just... This is screwed up somehow, I don't know. Right, so, here we go. Is that... Right, what we got here then? So that is whatever that is. So, 4. I'm going to go with... Sensor. Right, there we go. The holograms reset the other side. So, here we go. We should be able to drive over there. Pop the probe on. Ooh, misses. Here it is. There you go. 4. Thargoid Probe. Jettison. Thank God for that. I was going mental. Right then. Right. Right then. Okay. Here we go. We're scanning it. Here we go. We're turning it on. Right. What's going on here? Well, you thought, but it's just spat it all out, look. Probe. Right. I've never had so much grief. Well, what's that still doing over there? Why you did split? What? Right. Jesus Christ. Right. Let's get the other thing now. Again. So we've got 3. Something screwed with this. Yep, I did. They wouldn't go up onto the right, that's where that's for. Right, that's fine. Round the other side. I've never had this amount of trouble before. Right. Thargoid sensor. Jettison. There we go. Right. Here we go then, people. Nope. It's not having it, is it? Well, this is rubbish. I did it yesterday. That might be the problem. I did it yesterday, but I should be able to do it again. Right, so that is the Thargoid sensor. Ball at the top and a spiny thing. Ball at the top, spiny thing. Right, 4. There it is. That's the Thargoid link. Right. Right, we know where that goes. See, there it is. Right, so now there's 2 Thargoid links there. This is screwed. Right, and this should be the last thing, because the hologram's that over there. Right, here we go. Thyroid Probe. Ooh, it's lit up this time. Check it out, peoples. Right, I'm quietly confident. Are we ready? Are we ready? I'm ready. Here we go. There you go. Look at that. Let's go to the outside camera. That is what you're seeing. That's what all that messing about is on about. Cool, innit? Finally. So what do I think's happened there? I think it's glitched because that link is still there over on that one platform. Of course, we thought it was there. It wasn't. Put another link in. It worked. You know, unlike you, I've done this hundreds of times. Never had this problem. But it is lovely. I mean, hats off to Frontier Developments who did this. This really is something else. Yes, it finally works, Steve. Yeah, we all do think it's the Thargoid home galaxy as well, see? So, you know, you're right. And that's it. Back to square one. Not bad, eh? What is this? This is the Thargoid Map Room. Well, we think it's the Thargoid Map Room. And now, what we do is we go and collect all our things back up. Put them back in the ship. Because, if I understand it, the carrier does not suffer corrosive damage. And I've got another slot. That's what I wanted. Thargoid sensor. Yes, now I'm glad you said that, because I've got a video on this which I can show you. And if you do search on YouTube, mine's right up there. But I can show you what it translates to. Let's just get this into the ship now. And then we can bounce back for some other items. No point getting links because... Oh, that's a cave-in. That's an antechamber down into where other links are held. This is the way out. But that was cool, wasn't it? Eh? That was cool. There's the ship. Just make that out. So here's the thing. Right? Here's the thing. What items do I need from the Guardian to get it to go mental? Because if you put a Guardian artifact in that as well, right, it goes mental. And I can't remember what it is. Can't remember what it is. But I've got some stuff on the... Yeah, they all point to the mayor one. So here we go. Let's go back in and pick up some of that Thargoid biological material. I want a link or something like that. Something that's going to allow me to gain entry. I think. And I'll keep that on the ship. Because if I go in there and substitute one thing for... yeah, there it is. There's two of them. Bella Haddy, hello. Saxus, how's it going? I am using a hot ass. Mushvidi. Reckon that you reckon it's going to be Raxler, do you? Could well be. Could well be. Right, let's get back to the ship. We'll fly off to the carrier. Is someone going to have a Google for me as to what item from the Guardians I need to put on... in that machine, because it goes utterly mental. You've seen the nice side of it, but it does go utterly mental if you put the wrong thing in. Right, let's get on the ship. I will have a quick look as well. I got an X-52, Saytech. Okay, so let's have a look. Thargoid Probe into Guardian Towers. That's not it. All I can find is the Guardian Relic. That's what I think it is. Thargoid Sensor. Thargoid Link. Yes. Then they say... A Thargoid. Jettison the it says jettison the Guardian item in its place. Then it says all 3 items will be destroyed by the machine. No! The scavengers will turn ugly and start to attack you. So we will lose our Thargoid probe. But that, not probe, sensor. But that's not so bad because we can get a few of them. Right, that's what we're going to do. We're going to go and get ourselves a blue Toblerone crystal. Or as my son used to call him when he was little, a Toblerone. So, let's go. We're bound to have some of them knocking about. So, no Thargoids have turned up. We've got the carrier parked in orbit. Oh yeah, it's worthwhile seeing the machine go mental. And to be fair, I've got what I wanted out of it. Right, let's go. I know, I might be, mightn't I? But it's only an SRV. So, has to be said though, right? That was a lot of messing around, wasn't it? But I was just reading then on the internet, other people have had it glitch like that as well. So we're not the first. And we were by no means. And you can see this thing from orbit. Look at it. There it is. We're by no means the last. So what we're going to do now is we're going to head on and get ourselves a Guardian Relic. Now, I say we've got one of those. I'm sure we've got one of those in the carrier. It does mean we're going to lose our sensor, but there you go. You're right, it is worth it. And it's something I haven't done before. So that's what it's all about. Do you know what? YouTube was having problems last night. I think a lot of people are using good old Twitchy Twitch. Which is good stuff. So there's problems with YouTube, switch to Twitch. So the good thing about this particular system as well is you are going to get non-human system sources, right? Here as well, right? So that's one good thing. Let's get on over there. Okay. Coming up on the carrier. Flip her down. I do know what you mean. And do you know what? It might be worthwhile me showing that. There's a bit of a video about it. And I'll stop talking and I'll play the video. Let me see. Where is it? I'll have to find it. But I have got that video already. Ah, there you are. You're on Twitch now. Good stuff. Let's get to the carrier and at least land. Here we go. Oh, it's taking its time today. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Let's put our flipper down a bit. Slow down, it says. Never. I was thinking about getting a different skin for this carrier. Not that it makes the blindest bit of difference. Right, let's request our docking. Okay, well, where's the pad? Pad number 9, please. There it is. Thank you very much. Right. Carrier services. Let me have a quick look, see where that video is. Let me see, new project. Share. File. Okay. Bear with me next. Next. Where's it going? Next. Next. Right, it should be there then. Okay, let me see. Where has it put it? So structure stuff. No, can't find it. Oh, hang on. I got it. I got it. Right. Okay, then. So what we're going to do, I'll mute this. I'll mute me. And we'll play what we do with the map, right? So hang on. One moment, callers. Right, so it's an older video of mine, but we'll play it. Here we go, right? For your viewing pleasure. You ready? Hello, it's Ricardo and I'm playing Elite Dangerous. Now, even as pretty as the Thargoid central core is, there has been a sound detected in some of the scans from the data links inside the structure. Now, I recorded those scans when I got to a space station in the Maya system, away from all the noise and hustle and bustle. And I then ran them through a spectrum analyzer, which then produced what can only be described as a bit of a Thargoid map, hidden in the clicks, whirs and buzzes that was the message. So I'm going to play the message for you now, so I'm going to be quiet. It's on about 2 or 3 times, and then we'll have a look at how I did it. So there you go, very subtle, and it was in one of the messages. So I then went online and got an online spectral analyzer called SPEC. So I went online, as I mentioned, and got hold of SPEC, the free acoustic spectrum analyzer, downloaded it and installed it for Windows. Well, that's pretty straightforward. I also got hold of Audacity and inputted the signal into Audacity, cleaned it up and amplified it. And a lot of that can be done via the effects menu by selecting the item you want, putting in some silence over the dead space, try and clean it up, and then clicking amplify. Once I'd done that, I then exported the file to a WAV file, hacking out all the video and the other stuff that I wanted, and only having one copy of the signal. I then cut and pasted it into SPEC, and that's what I got. And that's quite towards the lower band of the spectrum. Now I can adjust that once we've had a good look at it to enhance the blacks and take away some of the disruption and disturbance on the picture. Now, it obviously looks like a great big honking egg in the middle. Now, since there's been eggs inside the main Thargoid chamber in the base, one would assume that could be the Thargoid homeworld. On either side, there seems to be what looks like solar systems. As I go through the spectrum now, it becomes a little bit more clearer. At the bottom, there's also a probe, a data link, and an artefact. And what can be interpreted as Thargoid vessels either side. So, there you go. That's my rudimentary analysis of the Thargoid hidden message within the data link and found within the base. So, what it could be is a map to the Thargoid home world, how to get there, if you have to access the bases. I've been Ricardo, this has been Elite Dangerous. Thanks for watching, please like and subscribe. So there you go then. What did you think about that? That wasn't bad, was it? a hidden map. You know, this is what Elite Dangerous should be all about, right? It's what it should be all about. I think it's great. You know, I think it is absolutely great. So, what were we doing? Right, yes, indeed. I'll tell you what we're doing, and thanks for following. It's always good to have some followers on Twitch. I want to try and get to the next level. Sort of like on that. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Right, okay. What are we doing? I'll tell you what we're doing. I don't know what we're doing. Let's close that down. Right. And then pop that in. Save. Brilliant. Okay, so what we're going to do is hopefully we've got in our carrier, we've got in the inventory, transfer, we've got some Guardian stuff. We've got a Guardian casket. Guardian tablet. Don't say I haven't got one. Guardian urn. Got a Guardian relic. There it is, everyone. Guardian relic. Let's have ourselves one of those. Right, and then what we want to do is we'll pop the meteorologies over there. We'll put the biological matter over there as well. We'll pop a link in. And we'll take the center of the probe and the other thing with us. I know I can lose when I can afford it. I don't know what. I knew I wanted them for something. Right? I knew I wanted them for something. Confirm. Right. So, in my cargo hold, I have a probe, a sensor, and a Guardian relic. Alright? So let's see if we can go and destroy something. So was that video of the map okay for you guys? Was that alright? I did it ages ago. About 4 or 5 years ago. Right then. Back to the planet. Right, where are we going? Navigation. Once we're off. Geological sites there as well. I'll have to go and check those out, see what I can get. Do that tomorrow though, I think, while we're in the area. I'm not sure what we're going to get there. Good, I'm glad you liked it. That video has been knocking about on my channel on YouTube for about 4 or 5 years. It's good, you know. It's a good old.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Glad you all liked it. So we are hauling a relic, a probe, and a sensor. And I expect to lose the SRV. But never mind. Just get another one, innit? So I'll be posting these videos on YouTube anyway. over the next couple of weeks on a Monday. I might move them out a bit. As things happen on you with Elite Dangerous, I'll do a video of them and I'll put them in as they happen. Otherwise, I've got a bank of videos that I've done, a bank of content that I put in advance in case I've got to go away with work. Not that there's much travel at the moment, or if something happens with work, that sort of thing. You know, things are all scheduled up. Right, so when I drop the items, I've got to do a runner. Okay, I'm with you there. Before I do it, though, I'm going to reset the game. I'm going to land. I'll reset the game. Job done. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, here we go. So while we're waiting, has anyone seen WandaVision yet? I haven't. I'm going to watch that tonight. I'm going to have a Chinese food, I think. I haven't told the missus yet, but we're going to have Chinese food. And going to watch WandaVision. Apparently there's 2 episodes on Disney. Is this true? Does anybody know about this? Right, let's slow it down a bit. That's very kind, Ivan, very kind. It's all about Audacity, that file. It's a brilliant, brilliant tool. Right, so where are we? Where's the unknown structure scan? There it is. Yeah, I'll look at those geological signals tomorrow, I think. He's back. WandaVision, you know, Marvel Universe, Scarlet Witch. I've put a link to the video for the map in the description on YouTube, so if you just click on that, you'll be able to see it. And I've put a link in the chat as well. Oh yeah, Disney Plus. WandaVision's on Disney Plus apparently now. At least in the UK it is. Good old Nessa. Nessa coming back from the void. Yeah, well, it's worth... Well, only reason I say I'm going to watch it. There's nothing else on, is it? What was I watching last night? Life on Mars, the 1970s one. Or 1970s era. And I've seen that about 4 times. But it's good quality entertainment. Old Gene Hunt comes in and says to these kids, if anything happens to my car, I will come round your house and stamp on all your toys. Quality writing. Quality writing. And being a child of the 70s, that's what it's all about. So here we go. We're back on approach to the Thargoid structure. A little bit darker now, isn't it? Got all the lights on. So we're going to use our night vision. Hey! Gonna crash, we're gonna crash, we're gonna crash, we're not gonna crash. Let's find the door. No door there. Let's go over a bit. That's where we're going to land. Nice and close. Because we've learnt that today. Closer we get. Obviously not this close. And I've got a video on as well, right? I was able to fly around the inside of this structure once. Right? With the ship. That's on there. I wonder if I can find that link. Let me have a look. I'm sure I put it up. Have a quick look. Right. I've got 78 videos about Thargoids. So, only a few, like. Let me see. There's all the INRA stuff. It was a really early video. I'll have to see if I can find it. That's interesting. I wonder where that's gone then. I'll have to have a look for this because that was quite good. All the clipping was wrong on the ship and you could fly around inside. It's a shame. Let's see if I can find it. Anyway, let's land. Well, we can't land there, can we? Let's scoot round the other side. No, I took this ship in. Straight up, I took my Asp Explorer and I flew around the inside of the ship. You were able to get in through the top, up here. Right? You could get in. I was just messing about one day, and I was able to fly through here, right? Right, and you were able to get in that way, straight up. Of course, now I'm stuck. Which is not very good, is it? But that's how I got in. I was able to get in that way. I have to see if I can find the video. Hopefully Frontier haven't had it taken down. Not that I'm sure they would, but right, we're down. Now, Scarab, what do we want? We want to deploy that. So here we go, boys and girls. dickhead. Get back. Right. Transfer cargo. Here we go. We want the relic. We want the sensor.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Here we go. Oh, actually, I said I wanted to reset this, didn't I? Not to worry. We'll go back in. Got all our lights on, bringing daylight to the inside. Here we go. So let us in. So we've still got a Thargoid probe in the ship. Already accessed all of that. Let's get back into the central area. Without crashing too much. So. Here we go. Let's go through this rigmarole again then. Right, so. Here we go. What's it asking for? It's asking for, that looks like a probe. Well, we're not putting a probe in. I want to put the alien artifact in last. That look like a probe to you? Well, that's the link, that is. That's what that looks like. And in fact, I'm probably going to, before I do that, I'm going to take all those little cheeky monkeys out first. Take all the scavengers out first before I put anything in there. So right, here we go. Thargoid uplink device. What's that looking for? Right. That's the sensor. Here we go. There it goes. Right. Let's go and get ourselves a link. Thanks for liking, Sean. So we're going to bang on down here. Of course, we're not incurring any damage because all we got is Guardian Tech on our hands. Right, that's what we want. We want one of them. Right, now we've been doing a little bit of destroying there, right? Before we put the relic inside, and that's given us some Thargoid items. Sensor fragments, which I got that. Technology, got that. That was good, wasn't it? That knocked us right over. Certain Thargoid materials we can pick up from the inside of this. So, what have we got here that we can see? Into contact. A couple of scavengers knocking on. Thargoid sensors, organic circuitry. Got all of that. Nothing else that we need. Right, so. Here we go then. Right. Here we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the Guardian Relic in that. And so far what we've got a Thargoid sensor and we've got a Thargoid link. Now this is going to provoke a nasty response, right? So here it goes. Apparently. Right? So we've got our Thargoid link. The machine's activated. We're all ready. So we've got our relic. We've got our Thargoid sensors. And round there we've got the Thargoid link. And that's the Thargoid device. Right. Let's just take a quick picture of this. If it's flashing on your screen, it's because I'm doing that. I'm just going to raise the sound up on the desktop audio. All right? You ready for this? Here we go. Right. Here we go. All pips to shields. It's really not happy. Lots of sparks coming off the central core. Well, that's a good point. Let's have a look at what's going on outside. So let's back out. Do a bit of a 3-point turn and get over here. So we've really upset that Thargoid machine now. All the outside skimmers are going to be on us. The scavengers. Is anything going on outside? Or is that basically it? You wouldn't really know anything was going on, would you? Apart from they're having a go.
Target destroyed. Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
Now, what would have been good is if something would have been emanating out of that, and that would summon a Thargoid, and that would have killed you. Now, that would have been good. Thargoid components, we've got all that. Sensor fragments and circuitry. But let's see if it's still going on inside. Of course, our ship is really close. Good tip there. Nope, that's it. It's finished. It did its funky thing. Of course, all these are really angry up now, aren't they? There they were, minding their own business.
Target destroyed.
Took a bit of damage, obviously. But there you go. And we've still got our Thargoid Probe. And its Thargoid components. Sensor fragments from the destroyed. Let's go and pick up some more items. Why not? All the scavengers that have been patrolling are now out to give us a bit of grief. And we've had a bit of damage as well. And I'm apparently climbing up a wall. Right. Let's go. Right. Seems I've hit absolutely everything. So that was quite exciting, wasn't it? I mean, I'd never seen that before. Really good. Let's turn the sound down a bit. How's that for sound against voice? Is that okay? Okay, here we go. Let's go in, pick up some more items. I think it's going to be these sort of items I want. Thargoid resin. Let's have a go at that. and get out and get back to the ship. Where there'll be more Thargoid skimmers waiting for us. Oh, can't get out that way. We're going to have to go through them. There he is, poking his head out. What's going on in my house? Energy cell. I'm going to pick that up. Circuitry, you've already got that. Oh, come on, fellas. You know you can't take... the dual repeaters. Picking up items as we go. There's one hiding just round the corner because we've really irritated it. Let's get out. Nothing else to get in here. What is that? That's another sensor. Perhaps we can scan it, get some more information. No, it's Thargoid resin. Fair enough. More Thargoids links in there. We don't really need those, so... and we haven't got the cargo space anyway, so let's get on the go. So we survived. We lost our Thyroid Probe. And for some reason I can't find the ship now. Which means I've got to go back through all these Thargoid scavengers. Well, that's no great shakes. Yeah, more scavengers have woken up. This seems to be a scavenger spawn point. Where is he going? Energy cell, we need that. And we'll go with the energy cell, I think. Always worthwhile picking these things up, you see. That's a cave-in. That's an antechamber. And that is the way out. So there you have it. We've really made a right mess out of all of that, haven't we? They're strange looking devices. They kind of remind me of something that used to be on Stargate. Yeah, it's my dog out barking at squirrels. Sensor fragments, got all of that. Sensor fragment, we got those. Germanium, whoa, yes. Come to me. And what are you? Technology, done all of that. And here we are, back at the good old trusty ship. So what we got in the old cargo hold? Bit of Thargoid resin, bit of Thargoid technology samples. Doesn't hurt, does it really? What we're going to do now is... He's still going. Board the ship. Call it a day there. So what system am I currently in? I am in the, and you can see it on the screen there, 14909, Planet 2A. Carrier is also in the system as well. What we're going to do is end the stream there, but tomorrow we're going to take a look at all these geological signals here as well. All right, we're going to do a little bit of Thargoid combat as well tomorrow afternoon and earn a bit of money. How's that? Thank you all very much for watching. It's been absolutely great. I've really enjoyed this. Learned some things about parking close to the structure, so you haven't got to keep hold of the Thargoid probe to get in. It's always well and good. We've also seen how not to turn on the Thargoid base because there was the map room, because there was a bug in the system. We've seen how to get the Thargoid probe. Cheers, Steve. We've seen how to get the Thargoid sensor. We've also watched one of my old videos as well, which was how to decode the Thargoid map image that's hidden in the transmission you get after you turn the map room on. So that was good. And we finally turned the map on. And then we put a Guardian relic in there, and it all got a bit swirly. Got a bit angry, didn't it? And then we started getting attacked by Thargoid scavengers. So, there you have it. Well, I've been Ricardo. This has been yet another stream, this time on the Thargoid Structures. I hope you've all enjoyed it. Like and subscribe if you haven't done so. Those of you, and you know who you are, who have just donated, thanks very much. JSB, I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. Like and subscribe on YouTube. It's a like and a follow on Twitter and Twitch and God knows whatever else. And we'll see you about the same time, about 3 o'clock-ish, GMT tomorrow, after I've had my Sunday dinner. And I'll see you all then. Cheers all. Speak to you soon and stay safe. Have a nice evening.